Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning into Dear Sybersue. Today's show topic is titled, Why Do I Overanalyze New Relationships? There are many people that have an ongoing pattern of when they get into something new, they start overthinking what is happening with this new situation. The thing is, people need to just let it flow naturally. Don't start analyzing what's going on in the first couple of texts you're talking to somebody, or maybe after the first few dates. Nobody knows what's going to happen initially. If you're second guessing every single thing about a person that you're trying to be interested in, it's not going to evolve into anything. It's going to be shut down before it even has a chance to succeed. Some men and women are looking for perfection. At least that's how it comes across. I personally think it's more about they're not sure what they deserve. So they almost look for things to fall apart so they have a reason why it didn't work out again. If you are repeating this same type of behavior when you're first meeting somebody and getting to know them, then you're going to have similar results. And that's going to be a quick, fizzled out scenario. Take your time getting to know somebody. Don't be so quick to throw out harsh judgments about somebody. Maybe you don't like a text they sent, or you're not sure and you're questioning what they meant by it. Communicate. Ask them so you don't make all these assumptions too early. Because in the beginning of anything new, we all have a little bit of nervousness or, did I do something wrong? And so we start questioning ourselves. It's not going to work out anyway. Why am I bothering? So again, you're sabotaging it from going anywhere. This stems from a lot of situations from your past. It could have been really heartbreaking scenarios from a past relationship. It could be your childhood was not a happy place and you saw things that you don't want to repeat as an adult. And these things can stop you. And before you even know it, you're the one putting out the stop sign to people that you're meeting because you're fearful of what might happen. We can't spend our lives with what ifs all the time because you're never going to grow. The thing about any relationship you go through, even if it's not a really good fit, understand why you met them. What did you learn from this person during your time together? Even if it was only 2 dates. Something lured you to them to have a date in the first place, so use those good things that came out of that date and take them into the next dates going on. Don't look for all the bad stuff and take that forward. And this is unfortunately what a lot of people are doing. And they're getting frustrated, they're shutting down, and it's not allowing people to mingle and to put some of the past behind them. They're holding on to the past and bringing it forward. If you are going for the same people, having the same results that don't work out, then you have to change it. You have to really sit down and look at the common denominator, which is you. And that's not a bad thing. We all have to learn from our experiences. Unfortunately, this can become a contradicting comfort zone because it's all you know. You keep going back, trying different relationships, and they end the same way. So it's a familiar pattern to you, which feels sort of comfortable, but then you know at the end of the day, nothing changed from the last scenarios. So you have to sit down and look at yourself, take a break from any kind of dating or relationships, and say to yourself, after a while, this has become a choice, and it was your choice. So the only way to get past that and change the behavior is to change your behavior. So what does overanalyzing a relationship entail? What are some of the things that people do on a regular basis when they get stuck in this place? A lot of the time it's due to the texting, so the initial communication with someone. If you are not aware of who they are yet. You're rereading their texts and you're saying to yourself, well, what do they mean by that? Why was there a delay in their response to me? Why did it take 8 hours for them to get back to me? And why are they only texting me one word and then they don't say anything for maybe 3 hours after that and leave me on read? They've seen the text, but they're not answering me. It's very easy to get caught up in all of this because it's true. When your communication style is basically texting in the beginning, that's all you've got. So you're relying on somebody else to be a good communicator if you are. And not everybody is that way. If there's any questions and you're confused by what they said, if their text needs deciphering all the time, and I can tell you I know what that one is all about because my husband does that, and I feel like I'm playing charades sometimes trying to figure out what he's saying. Just stop and say to them, I'm sorry, I'm not really understanding that last text. Things along those lines will help you communicate better with them. People put so much energy into wanting that person to be the right person that they don't understand that they're actually, again, sabotaging it. Because that person feels overwhelmed. If you're texting them all the time, you're doing 5 texts in one day to them when they're at work, they've said to you they're busy, and then you're feeling insecure because they didn't get back to you. Have an understanding with each other when you first are communicating with each other. Just let the other person know if you've got a busy week, how their week is, and just say, can we talk later this evening when I get home from work? It is always a good idea to analyze yourself. How did you get here? How did you get to this place where you are questioning everything with every new person? Once you understand what triggers this with you, it is going to be a lot easier for you to replace this pattern with a healthier situation. And this is something that a lot of people need to understand, is why they are repeating something that isn't working. If there's something that you're questioning, is it a one-time thing or has this become a regular occurrence with them? Because if it's more than once, then you have a reason to be questioning about this. And then you can put that forward and say, okay, what's going on here? You're not responding to, 2 of my texts and leaving me hanging for 3 days. You have a right to ask that question. And if they repeat this pattern, then you also have a right to walk away, because you don't need to be with somebody who leaves you in limbo on a regular basis. Another really good thing to be aware of, some people do not understand that they make a new relationship the entire focus of their day and of their life. Live your life first. Prioritize when you're texting them at the time, but don't give up who you are for anybody else. And I'm finding this happens quite early with a lot of women. And the thing is, again, we want things to be so great and, this person's so much fun and I like talking to them. I like being, around them. And so you become waiting for everything about them, to see them, to text them. So then you give up a part of who you are along the way. And that's what makes you almost a bit needy about things, and you're starting to look at, okay, well, it's changing now. Well, it's going to change if you're a little bit too assertive with this. Constantly worrying and obsessing over what is or isn't transpiring in a new relationship is the beginning of the end in a lot of ways, because you are putting yourself out there and showing this person that you're not very secure with what's going on. You need to have self-respect, and you need to respect each other's space and energy when you are together. Don't think about what might happen. Don't think about, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? This is the situation that is happening, and people are pushing away love from finding them because they've got too much going on up here. They're rethinking, overthinking, overanalyzing everything. Just let it slowly come into a good place. You don't want to make each other defensive all the time because you're questioning every little thing. Let it grow naturally. Find out some other ways of how you can handle this before you start pushing it away involuntarily. Because most of the time you don't know you're doing that. And that's where the problem lies and why it becomes a behavioral pattern. You've got to remove that old dialogue that's stuck, because this is what's holding you back from finding the love that you deserve. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please click like on the video, please subscribe, and leave any comments you have under the video. I will always answer you back. Thanks so much.